A new language a lot of us have to learn. I was being told by a friend the other day that transgendered is an inaccurate term and implies that this is a single event that happened to you in the past. Right. What else is there that we need to know to talk respectfully?
We need to stop saying the word tranny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never liked that word.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, it was so funny. I was out last night after the show with people, and somebody, said, and I was like, that's a derogatory statement. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And, it was like, well, I've heard so many gay men say that. And I was like, yeah, and that doesn't make it okay,
Yeah, they're probably all kinds of gay bigots.
A lot of gay men say things that are almost
Yeah.
exclusively derogatory. I see the fight from drag performers, from gay male drag performers, claiming some sort of ownership of the term.
I know, and it's, it's interesting because, I have a really close tie to RuPaul and RuPaul's Drag Race because those guys did my documentary.
Right.
And I have talked to them about it until I'm blue in the face. And I'm hoping one day they're going to stop doing that. But that day hasn't come yet. And yeah, they feel like they have ownership of that word, and they don't. I mean, they're drag performers. They're not transgender people. And I mean, again, we've seen like a few transgender people come out of that show, and I think that there are probably some people that are, some male to females that might go through drag first and then come out as trans. But for the majority of drag queens, they're, it's either their job or they're they're
certainly
having fun.
Our most visible drag queens, Coco Baru, is not a transgender individual.
Right.
Same for Barla Jean Merman. So yeah, I think it's a very good point. Michael Rakowski, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, would like to know, being the activist that you are, where do you see the fight for equality going in 6 months or 6 years? Do you think we're reaching critical mass? And is it now, he defines this as a definite future state, which sounds very sci-fi, that we have to look forward to, or do you think there's backstepping going on? I ask this question now because I think it ties into what we're talking about, specifically the role of transgender equality.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that there's, at least for the transgender community, I mean, we're just starting.
Right.
So, I look at what's going on with the whole LGBT community, and a lot of great stuff is happening right now, and it's really exciting. Yeah. My fear is that I think a lot of people are looking at marriage equality like it's the end-all, be-all of our movement, and it's not. And so that's, I really hope that if, when that happens, people don't be like, oh, okay, we're done, we have our rights. I mean, we still have not been able to pass the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, which would protect the entire LGBT community in the workplace on a federal level. And that, to me, has always been the most important bill that needs to be passed, because it protects all of us. And so, I mean, we still have a long ways to go, and as a community, the transgender community still has a really long way to go.